Welcome, everybody. I am so excited for our second workshop after an astounding virtual national conference. I hope you're all having a fantastic week. It's Tuesday, so let's go to work. I'm so excited for our topic today and even more excited about our trainer. First of all, maximizing VIP groups. What an important thing to have in your business. How cool to be able to have sales happening every single month, whether you're able to party or not. I mean, party continues to be the number one most important thing we do, but this VIP group is amazing. So let me introduce our speaker. I'm so excited, guys. Talk about qualified. Okay, so we're talking about a 5-year veteran celebrating her 5 years on November 1st with Norwex, and she in March joined that exclusive rank of Black Jacket leaders here at Norwex, and so we're very excited about Lisa and her achieving Executive Vice President Sales Leader. But more important than all of that, Lisa would tell you, is her family, of course, her best friend of 11 years, Phil, her 6-year-old Walter, her 3-year-old Ruby. But believe it or not, a Norwex event is not the most important date for Lisa this year coming up. It's September 4th when their third child, a little baby boy, will be born. So we're super excited about that, and congratulations to them. So the thing that really amazes me is Lisa's mission, her kind of mission statement and her why. And it's just so perfectly aligns with Norwex's mission and message. And that is that we are giving people another way to clean, a way to reduce those chemicals that can be harmful in a home, to save time, save money, and help the environment. I mean, how noble. So without any further delay, Lisa, I'm going to turn it over to you. We're so excited. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. Super excited, my first virtual conference for sure. And I am really excited to get to share with you guys a little bit about VIP groups. And this is something that honestly, I hit the ground running with when I got started with Norwex, and I highly recommend that you do as well, because it's something that's going to grow slow over time, but it's going to become an amazing tool for your business and an amazing way to connect with people that you get to serve and, like Scott said, share that mission of Norwex with. So we are going to jump right in. So I used to be a former teacher, actually, and I like to call my VIP group one of my classrooms. So I look at, I still get to educate, I get to be social, I get to be creative, but I love that Norwex gives us the flexibility to be home or do whatever else we want to do, whether that's a different part-time or full-time job. We can, fit our business into our lives, but I love that I still get to educate. So my classrooms are parties, which I do most of my business online, and then my VIP group is a classroom, and then my team, I get to educate my team as well, which I love. So shout out to Team Real. So what is a VIP group? This is, or who is it for? Okay, so you have your VIP customer Facebook group. It is going to be for your customers, for your hosts, and we can also include people on our Frankie list or referrals. So people who, I have VIPs often who will want to add a friend to my group. And if that person doesn't already have a consultant and they want to learn more about Norwex, that person can then join my VIP group. And then also people on our Frankie list who don't already have a consultant. So Frankie stands for your friends, your relatives, your acquaintances, neighbors, kids' friends, parents, and internet friends. So as you're, building this group, as you're building your business, when you come across somebody who maybe attends a party, but they're not quite ready to make a purchase, or they want to learn more first, that person can then join your VIP group. So what is a VIP group? It's going to be a private group on Facebook. And the reason why I recommend doing it as a private group is because that way you can offer giveaways or specials if you want to, which we cannot do publicly. So it's going to be a private group on Facebook. It is a place where you can build relationships. And that is the key of our business, or one of the keys to our business is to build those relationships with other people. It's an opportunity to educate others. So how can we educate? How can we solve people's problems with different challenges that they face in their home, or different cleaning challenges, skin challenges, things like that. And also just challenges with, maybe they want to reduce plastic, or, our mission is so big, and that's what I love, is that our VIP group really gives us a platform to share all the different types of products we have beyond just what we share at our party. It's a safe place for your customers and hosts to ask questions and to learn more. So you establish a culture in your VIP group. It does take some time, but you want to establish a culture where your customers, your VIPs, that they feel comfortable asking you questions, and also sharing maybe before and after photos in a very non-judgmental atmosphere. And I get that. I have a lot of people coming back and tell me that they love the group, they love what is shared, and that they love learning more there. It's also a place to have fun. And I like that about my VIP group too. It's just a fun, happy place to be. And it's a place where you can share Norwex news, sales that are going on, if there's a flash sale, updates that are happening, new products, which we know we have as well, which is a super exciting place to share that, because you're sharing with people who are already loving Norwex. You get to share what else they can love now. So it's just a really fun place. It's a community that you're going to build, and it's a virtual community. Start your VIP group right away. So definitely I recommend, I have people who will join and they'll say, when should I start my VIP group? Should I wait a while? Should I wait till after my first parties? And I would really encourage you to start your VIP group right away and have it ready so that as you're doing your first parties, you have a place to start funneling in customers, people from your Frankie list who want to learn more, and potentially even those referrals right away. It's a group, it's going to grow slow. And I say that because you don't want to just go mass invite your friends list. That is not what I would recommend. So you want it to grow slowly and organically in a way that it's people who want to be there. You want to build that group with people who are excited to learn more about Norwex, and who want to partner with you on that journey. So it's going to grow with time. So my VIP group, 4.5 to 5 years in, looks very different than somebody who's just starting out. And my group probably looks different than even somebody who's maybe 2 years in to their business. And that's okay. Your group will grow with you, but you want it to be there because it's an amazing tool for your business. You want to be consistent, relational, and intentional. And I'll talk about that throughout this workshop on ways that you can be consistent with your posting, relational, because we want to build those relationships, and then intentional, because there is, even though it is a really fun place, there is intent to what we're posting and why we're posting and when we're posting. So we'll talk about that. And then you want to think about the big picture. So don't just think about here and now, or, I have a lot of people who will say, I'm frustrated because my group, it's not active yet, or nobody's really commenting. When you're thinking about your VIP group, you want to think about the big picture. So where do you want your group to be in 3 months? What about 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years? Dream big, and focus on that your group, it's going to fluctuate, it's going to change, but think about that big picture. Where do you want to go with your VIP group? What do you want it to eventually do for and with your business? Some best practices, and these are good things to know. Obviously, we know that with Facebook, there are best practices that we want to follow in order, and for direct sales in general. So first of all, get permission before adding someone. So I don't recommend that you go to your friends list and just start adding, everybody that you know. I would not recommend that. You want to have their permission, or another option would be to share your VIP group and let that other person request to join the group. So there's, 2 different ways you can do that. Referrals, does that referral want to be in the group? I've had some customers before get really excited about Norwex, and all of a sudden they're trying to add 20 of their friends to the group. And so, I might send a message out and say, hey, I noticed that you're doing that you want to add people. I'm so excited that you want to share more. Do your friends know that you added them to the group, and are they okay with that? Do they have a consultant they're working with? And then maybe if that's the case with that person, I might ask that person if they want to have a party because they have a group of people that they want to share the Norwex mission with. So, asking people before they just get thrown into your group. Nobody likes to be thrown into a Facebook group. And then you want to post regularly, but not obsessively. Something I like to think about is what do I like in a group? So when I first started my group, especially when it's not super active yet, and it can sometimes feel like, why am I doing this, or what am I doing? Think about, what do you like about the groups that you're in? How often do you like those people, those group leaders, to post? What bothers you about being in certain groups, or what groups do you leave and for what reason? So I like to think about that. I used to think to myself, if my customers in my VIP group were seeing a notification that I did a post, I want them to think to themselves, ooh, what did Lisa post today? Not, oh, another post, I'm gonna keep scrolling through that notification. You want them to stop and want to look at what you are sharing. So you want to post regularly, but I would say that you don't want to be posting, all the time either. And there's different schools of thought to that, of course, too. Another place, when I mentioned sharing your VIP group link, I would highly recommend, sharing it after parties, in your text and email follow-up, however you're following up with your customers and your hosts. And then private message. If I have a customer who sends me a cleaning challenge, or maybe they show me a before and after photo, I'm always going to make sure that they're in my VIP group. And if they're not, I'm going to invite them to join my VIP group. All right. So Facebook algorithms, and this can be a frustrating thing for teammates, especially as we have these online businesses, because Facebook is always changing. And so are algorithms, so are what they like that we post. Those things are always changing. So you do kind of have to go with the flow and be a little patient with that. But I think that's fun. I think that's probably the teacher in me, because in the classroom, things were always changing too. So just go with it. So Facebook loves community building. So they like groups. They like when we are connecting people together, when there's community, relationship building, conversation. So another thing then to think about is when, how often, and what time you post. So, when you're posting, are you posting 5 times in one day and then not again for 5 days? Are you posting, every other day? Are you posting 1 time a day? Kind of figure out what works for you and your group. And I'll go over my suggestions on that in just a little bit. How often you're posting. So like we just said that, are you posting too much, not enough? Vary too on who your audience is. So who's in your group? When are people online? So if I am having an interactive post or a post where I want a lot of feedback, I might save that post to post later in the day when I think more people are going to be jumping online that evening. Sometimes, I also think early morning can be an okay time to post, because a lot of people get up and they, maybe they're drinking their coffee and they're checking their phone or their Facebook. But then, of course, there are times where people are at work, different things like that, where you're probably not going to get that same feedback that you get on a different day or at a different time. So kind of think about that. Think about who your audience is and find what works for you and your group. I like to have a variety of posts, and we'll go over that in a minute too. But you don't want to have too many of one type of post or too many what we'd consider salesy posts, because you are building a relationship with those customers. So you want to build it. You want to get to know each other. So it's really fun to have some variety. I'd recommend being consistent. Something that will help with being consistent is finding what works for you and adjusting as needed. So if you are working full time, you want to be able to find a good balance with how you can balance your VIP group and your business with your schedule. And then also don't forget that on Facebook, you can schedule your posts. So if you're posting, you can think about scheduling posts ahead of time so that you can still be consistent, but also have your normal day-to-day life as well. Let's see. And that also helps with time management as well, scheduling posts ahead of time so that you're not just trying to think on the go or, like, oh, I forgot to do this, and then backtracking. Helps you be more consistent. I recommend going live. Facebook loves when we go live. It's one of the things that can boost your algorithms as well. How often you go live is going to depend on your schedule. So I just try to recommend at least once a week. That's what I used to tell myself. Like Scott said, I have kiddos at home. I'm home with them. I have a 6-year-old and a 3-year-old, and now one on the way. So, sometimes going live often works really well. And then sometimes going live, it's a struggle to find one time a week where I can do that. So I always challenge myself to go live at least once a week. But if you're able to go live more and you're, showing different things, you can definitely do that. That's just another time where I'm going to say, do what works for you. Because if somebody told me I had to go live every day, I would never have been able to keep up with that. So find what works for you, but I would aim for at least once a week, and don't wait for the perfect moment. My VIPs often see me in my pajamas with no makeup on, with crazy hair in my hair wrap. They see my kids with me. They might hear meltdowns, and all of that can be very relatable. So don't wait for the perfect moment, or you'll never end up going live. And then you want to ramp up your VIP group when something is coming. So we're talking about these algorithms. When I have, say, my annual Christmas sale coming up, I might start thinking in October, how can I have some interactive type posts that a lot of people are going to comment on, that will kind of start to ramp up my visibility on Facebook, so that I'm ready for a lot of people to be able to see and participate in my special event that I have coming up. So I kind of like to think about things like that. Sometimes we have, just like anything with, Norwex or in life, we have seasons that are slower and seasons that are busier. So how can we ramp up to some of those busy seasons coming, or times where we want to see some different results? So kind of think about that as well. All right. Variety. So this is where I said variety can really be the spice of life, but also the spice of your VIP group. So having a variety of content, and this is for me too, because I don't want to do the same thing all the time. I want to keep things lively and fun, and I want to appeal to different people. So some people will watch a Facebook Live video, and maybe they love it. Maybe they love connecting with my family, or even seeing my house or something. Some people might not watch live videos. Maybe they love the games that we play, or the educational posts. So having variety can be really appealing to different people. And then I think it also keeps the group fun, so people are more connected and they want to see what's being posted. So some different types of posts that you could consider. We talked about this one: Facebook Live videos, seasonal games, polls in your group. You can do polls on Facebook. Some posts about hosting or joining, mystery host parties and themed parties. And we're going to go into all of these examples over the next slides. Maybe some sales or specials if you feel like you want to do that with your business. Educational posts, because we are educators. Some giveaway posts. People love free stuff. And then some auctions, like maybe where you take a product that you have and you put it out there, and you could start your bidding at a certain level, and let people have fun with that. So lots of different kinds of posts that you can do. And I think having a variety is just really fun, and you're going to hit different people, so that more people are staying tuned in to what's going on in your VIP group. So here we have some different posts here. So maybe a post where I'm showing a cleaning challenge. I like to call this one Safe Haven 5 Saturday, and I will take the Safe Haven 5 set and show how I deep clean a room in my house with that set, because that's one of our big packages that we talk about right now, and how it's a great place to start with Norwex. So I will show real life how I use that Safe Haven 5 set all over my home. And then a post like Fun Friday, maybe, where you're just having some fun and showing them, asking a question that's really easy to answer, and they can just answer that quickly. And maybe they either get put into a drawing, or maybe they get put into your monthly drawing. Okay, here I have a picture of me. This is actually just from this past week. Did anybody else, rock their Norwex hair wrap this morning? And then hashtags. Hashtags can be kind of fun way to talk about the product, but without talking about the product. So hashtag my BFF, best friend forever. And then, remove 75% of moisture in 10 minutes, a must have. And my VIPs really resonated with that, actually. And they then started requesting a demo. So then I was able to go live and did a demo, and my husband, who's bald, he actually did the demonstration on how to put on the hair wrap, and they loved that. So you can have a lot of fun with different types of posts like that. And then this is a picture of me when I had some Christmas deliveries. And so before sorting out the boxes and before my annual Christmas party, I took that silly picture so that people could get excited. So let them see your real life. Let them see how you love Norwex, how you're using it in your house. Get your family involved and have some fun. All right, so this one, let's have fun. So games and contests. People will say, statistically speaking, that you want about 80% of your group, to be fun posts, and 20% to be sales or business. So have some fun and let your VIPs have fun too. This can be planned and strategic. So I like to kind of think about what's coming up, what's, like right now I'd be thinking new products, are coming out, How do I want to have some fun with my VIPs with that? Holidays, different things like that. So you can be kind of planned out and strategic about what you want to post and when. I found that people love to talk about themselves and their family. So if I can ask a question that's easy for them to answer, that brings in either something that they like or something about their family, people really resonate with that and feel inclined to stop and share. And then that also helps you get to know each other in your group. But I do recommend keeping it simple. So I've tried before where you maybe would say like, go take a picture of this and then post this in the comments and you'll go into this drawing. If it's too much work, I found that people won't do it. And you have to remember, most people are honestly on their phone. But if we can have, a post where it's a simple one-word answer, or they're answering with an emoji, something easy like that, more people are typically going to participate. And then you can also have some, different, types of fun questions. So this was a couple years ago when the Cubs were in the World Series. My family is a big Cubs family, and so that was a really big deal to me. So I said, who are you rooting for tonight before tell us before the end of the game. Guess the winner and the final score before the 7th inning stretch, and the closest person will get 2 entries into a drawing for it was a blue netted dishcloth, like Cubby Blue. And get it spot on and get 5 entries. And it was so fun. They loved it. They got to learn something about me. They got to participate in something that was really happening. And it was, it was a hit in the group. Things like this, like, hey, it's time for summer. What's your favorite vacation spot? And I was really asking because I was curious where people were going that summer because we were trying to plan our vacation. But people love to share things about themselves and what, their opinions on things, why they like certain things, what they love about different, things. So let them share, give them that space to do that. Not everything has to be connected to Norwex. You're building these relationships. And then I'm also a big fan of sharing life and having fun. So I've done this twice now because I was a Norwex consultant when I had my daughter Ruby, and then with this baby as well. So I took a picture of, this time it was a pink and blue kitchen towel. With Ruby it was, we had a pink and cloth at the time, so pink and blue and cloth. And I said, you know what, guess the correct gender. We had just found out our gender of our baby, and I will draw a winner to receive a blue or pink kitchen towel. Blue or pink, tell us what you think. And people loved that. They loved getting to guess. They loved having fun. They learn more about you. I've had like 2 or 3 people this week even text me and say, I didn't know you were pregnant, or I'm so excited for you. When's your baby due again? And these are customers, but they're texting me on my, my Norwex phone number to ask me about our baby that's coming due at the end of summer because they're curious and they've built this relationship and they're excited and they're telling me that they're praying for me. So I just love that we can do that with our VIPs, and that our VIP group gives us that platform to really connect and get to know people. So have fun. Okay, some lifestyle opportunity type posts. This is where, we might post about what we love about being a Norwex consultant. And so this was my sister and I at Leadership Conference. We did a sister testimony on stage. And I got to share how fun that was, how it was a big challenge and it was scary, but how it helped us grow, and that I never would have, dreamed 4.5 years ago that I would be doing something like that when I said yes to being a Norwex consultant. And so how I was thankful for their support, and I was thankful for my family's support, and that I wouldn't be here without my VIPs. I love to let them know that without my VIPs, without my repeat hosts and customers, my business could not be what it is today. And then you can also throw in some business opportunity seeds in that too. So, I'd love to partner with you to help you, and create safe havens together. And, in this case I said, and when you join my team, you have 2 completely different sisters who are here to help and support you and help you reach your goals. So you can kind of share, different ways you feel blessed with the business, because you never know what somebody's reason for wanting to join or why they're thinking about joining. You never know which type of post might appeal to them the most. Another time was when my husband and I earned the trip for 2 to Maui, and just getting to share some photos and talk about how we were making it our 10-year anniversary trip, and how it was, once again, so special. We just never would have thought that when we signed up for Norwex that we would be doing something like that and getting to travel together. Honestly, never would have thought I'd be leaving my kids to go on a trip with my husband like that. But Norwex has helped us grow and learn, and it stretched us in different ways. And so, you can share that in your VIP group in a variety of ways, but just letting them see into your life and how Norwex has blessed you. All right, so getting creative with different types of posts. I told you guys earlier, I'm a former teacher, so I'm probably a nerd in this way, but I love to do seasonal, games, polls, posts, product themes, party themes, all of that good stuff. The teacher in me gets really excited when I get to get creative like that. So get creative with different holidays. So this is just a list of different holidays that you could use and celebrate in your VIP group. So as you plan about your month or think about the next month, think about what's coming up. Even if you're planning out like a fun Friday question, looking at what some of those quirky days of the month are, like National Donut Day, National Coffee Day, because that will help you think of some just fun questions you can ask. But really thinking about these different holidays is a fun way to get creative, and maybe even just to spark your creativity and how you want to celebrate that with your VIP group. All right, live videos. We talked about this earlier. Go live, aim for at least once a week. If you can go live more, great. If that's not possible, I always strive for at least once a week. Spontaneous videos. Real life is relatable. So, sometimes it's not planned out. A couple weeks ago, my son wanted to mop the floors with the mop, and he wanted to show my VIP group how he could do it. So we went live. It was not planned. But it was real life. It was very relatable. Then they wanted to do it again the next week. So we did it again, but this time his little sister wanted to use the spray bottle and squirt the floors. So showing them real life, you get to do different kinds of plugs when you do that. You can plug the business opportunity, you can plug hosting, you can plug how easy Norwex is to use in your home. But spontaneous videos are fun. Real life is relatable. Another one I can think about from this summer was when we put on the sunscreen outside. So going live and showing, a good way to put on that sunscreen, which if you don't know, dot it on and then rub it in. But just real life is relatable. People really resonate with that. And then you don't put so much pressure on yourself to have the perfect idea planned out or the perfect time or background, anything like that. Just have fun with it and be yourself. You can do some planned videos. So planned videos would be something like you want to unbox the host rewards that came in and talk about how great our host reward program is. Or maybe you want to show what's on special for a month. Or again, maybe the sunscreen's on special and you want to demonstrate how to put it on. So, those are planned videos, so you can have both types, but just don't be afraid to do spontaneous videos. People really relate to that. Common questions. So I'll go live sometimes with common questions that I feel like I get asked all the time. So maybe I get asked, what's the difference between a kitchen cloth and an Enviro cloth? Go live in your VIP group and talk about it. And then when you get that question in the future, you can tag your customer who's asking in that video. Another one I get asked, how do you deep clean the cloth? Or how do you care for your Norwex cloth? So then you can have these videos in your group, and then you're able to then tag people in those videos. And you could even have units or create topics in your group, or you can kind of organize some of that content so that people are asking about a specific product. You can, link them directly to the post that you have in your group about that particular item. So I find that that's really helpful. Drawings and giveaways, highlight what you're giving away. So when I do a drawing, which I'll talk about in a little bit, but if I do a drawing for a free product, I often like to go live to draw my winner. And then it's fun because you get to talk about what you're giving away. It's a way to plant the seed about another product. And I'm all about planting those seeds, and then you watch them grow over time. I like to go live when I have a mouthful to say. So I don't love really long, lengthy posts. I feel like most people are on their phones. They're not going to stop and read a ton of content. So if you have a mouthful to say, like maybe Norwex is having a half price qualification month, or there's some special join opportunity, or the starter kit has changed, or the host rewards are really awesome, go live and talk about some of those things versus trying to type it all out. I also find that it's faster when you do that as well. So you can, if you have a lot to say, go live. Get your family involved. Like I said earlier, don't wait for things to be perfect. Let them have a part of your business. It is a family business, and that is relatable as well. And then keep your videos short and to the point. So I will often find myself rambling, but when you're thinking about people watching the replay, if they get on there and they see the video is, too long or anything like that, they're going to then keep scrolling. But if it's a short and sweet video to the point, they're probably going to tune in and take a look at what you had to say. So here's some pictures of it being a family business. Here's Walter when I told you he was wanting to show that everybody how to mop the floor, and he literally mopped all my floors, and I will never turn down help. So that was awesome. And then this is my daughter Ruby, and she was helping me do a drawing one day. Excuse me. And here's my husband Phil, and he goes live also. He'll show different things on, like how he'll clean our plastic blow-up pool outside, how he cleans that, or he'll go live and show the mop, or he'll be cleaning. I'll catch him in my VIP group sometimes, like cleaning a bathroom and talking about how he does that. So let your family get involved and let them have fun as well. All right, now, not only your family, but get your VIPs involved. So something I've done for a really long time now, and I love it because this is something, like I said, it's gonna build up over time. It's not something when you first introduce it that you might have a ton of people doing, but as they catch on, I find more and more people every month participate in this. So I do a monthly VIP giveaway. It started out where I would give away one product a month. Now I've added a few products on because I have so many people who participate in doing this. But I let my VIPs get entries into this monthly giveaway. They get one entry for sharing a testimony or asking a question in the group. So even if they ask, I've had a lot of people ask questions this summer, I've noticed, but even if they ask, how do I care for my cloths? Should I wash them before I use them? What color is this cloth? I want to get another one, things like that. I reward them for using the group as a place to ask questions. And then also for a testimony. So a testimony would be somebody sharing about a product that they got, but without posting photos with it. So they get one entry every time they do that. They get 2 entries for photos that are shared or before and after photos that are shared. But it could even be a photo of them with their new products or a photo of their host rewards. And then 3 entries for if they share a video or they go live in the group. And I always joke that if you have a VIP who's going live in your VIP group or they're posting a video, they should probably be on your team. And then there's also random ways I let them earn entries throughout the month. So if I don't want to tie a specific question or a specific post to a giveaway, then I will offer entries into our monthly drawing instead. So here are some examples of what I get then from my VIPs. So that, I get great testimony photos or before and after photos that I can then use in my parties. I can share with customers who want to know more about it, but also I can tag people. So if I have somebody that asks me about the Chanel mop pad, I'm able to tag them in this post and show them this great photo that somebody was willing to share. People share the host rewards, and it's somebody planting seeds about hosting a party, and it's not coming from me. That is a huge win. And then people sharing, once again, just before and after photos. So that was one with cleaning paste and the Sperry sponge and what they were able to tackle. And that's a common problem that people have is their stovetop. So when I can have a authentic post like that come through my VIP group, I just love it because it's very real and it relates to other people. And it's not just coming from me as the consultant, it's coming from my customers and my hosts who are sharing. So why do I do this month after month? And why have I always continued to do this? I love it because it helps my group run itself. So even on days where I'm not posting, because I don't typically post every day, somebody typically in my group is posting something. And I love that. If I go on vacation, my group is often still running because my VIPs are posting their Norwex stories, their photos, their testimonies, their questions. People love to share. So they love to show, they love to share, they love to talk about what they like. It gives them a place to do that. And they're sharing something that I love too, which is Norwex. They love chances to win free products. So how many of you guys love free? Because I love free. They love free too. So my VIPs, I found they love a chance to win a free product. They're much more likely to participate if there's something tied to a giveaway, no matter how big or small that giveaway is. So once again, if you're just starting out, your giveaway might look very different than somebody who's 4 years in, and that's okay. People just love free. It doesn't matter what that free thing is. Products get shared by others, not just you. So people know you love Norwex. You're the consultant. This is your business. They know you love Norwex. But I love when my customers and my VIPs get to see other people who love Norwex, not just me. That's really, I think it's really important, especially if you have any skeptics in the group or people who are just starting out, when they get to see, other people talk about Norwex. And then they learn about products that are new to them. So sometimes people share things and they'll say, I didn't even know that was a product. And I love that too, because they get to see other things that we have beyond just what we share at a party. It's real customer experience. It's real feedback. We get so much from Norwex, right? We can earn so much, I should say, from Norwex. So we can use that then to build our business and bless other people. And I found that when we're generous as consultants and we're having fun with our customers like that, then it often comes back to bless our business as well. And then I think it also, doing a giveaway, a testimony giveaway like this, I think it helps you identify future hosts and potential team members, because you're seeing which of your customers are your top contributors in your group. Who is sharing the most? Are they on your maybe host list? Are they on your maybe teammate list? Because they love Norwex, they're sharing it. Sometimes it's just planting that seed of, hey, you're doing my job. Do you realize you're doing what I do? Have you thought about being a consultant? Or you have so many great before and after photos. Have you thought about hosting a party and being one of my workshop hosts? Because you have so many great things to share with your friends and family. And then they're like, hey, yeah, I already do that. Like I could totally host a party, or maybe I should think about being a consultant. So plant those seeds. I get asked often when I have people join my team, they'll say, well, how should I start that? And sometimes it can seem slow at the beginning, right? People might not be sharing a lot yet. They might not even know though. So a graphic with guidelines that you can post or pin to the top of your group is helpful. But once again, when we just post in groups, we don't technically know who is seeing it or how many people are seeing it. So I also encourage you to, do some of these other methods as well. So when somebody does share a testimony, ask a question, when they share before and after photos, I like to comment, and I'll comment in response to what they shared, of course, but then I'll also comment and tell them how many entries they get into our free product drawing for sharing. So, you get 2 entries because you shared photos, you get 1 entry because you asked a question. Thanks so much for asking me a question. Just encouraging people, and then people will see that as they're going through the comments, and then they start to see over and over how people are getting entries and why, and then they might be more likely to do that themselves. And let's see. The other thing I like to do is if people text me or message me a before and after photo or a testimony, I will then encourage them to share that in my VIP group and tell them that they'll get entries into my monthly drawing. And then also send them the easy button. I'm a big easy button person. Send them the link to directly go to your VIP group so that they're more likely to do that right then when they get your message or your text. So that's encouraged sharing posts, by VIP group members. If you're first starting out, don't be afraid to maybe ask some of your close friends or family. When you ask them how they're liking their products, ask them to share in the VIP group and help build that community and that culture of people sharing what they're using the products for and what they're loving. I like to go live to draw my winners at the end of the month or beginning of the next month, because that way I can talk once again about why all these names are in the drawing, how did they go into this drawing, and how can people go into the drawing the next month. And then don't forget to share your own testimonies as well. That will draw people to doing it themselves, especially when you're sharing things that are really messy. I call those sometimes my dirty little secrets in my house, like the things that you would be embarrassed for anybody to physically see. But sometimes I'll think to myself like, oh, like last week it was my stovetop. And I'm like, should I really share that with my VIPs? It is so bad. It's been months. And then I was like, no, I have to, because they share a lot of their before and after photos. And I think it's good to show that even though we're consultants, we do have those challenges in our homes that are, big messes that we get to then tackle with Norwex products, and that we're human and we're people with busy lives as well. And I always say it's a no judgment zone. So you could even joke about that, like, hey, no judgment. Here's my before and after of my saying, we let this go way too long. Here's how I tackled this project that could have been really hard, but Norwex made it really easy. So share your own testimonies as well. All right, consistency is key. So if you're looking to be consistent, pick a few of these and just go with it. So I do not recommend doing all of these. I do not use all of these in my group. You want it to be manageable, and you want to leave time for unexpected posts too. So posts where just real life is happening, posts where Norwex announces something that you want to share. So I like to leave some days, open for things like that just happen. But pick a few of these that you like and that seem manageable to you, and try adding those in so that you can try to be consistent with them. So some ideas, and I'll go over these on the following slides, but maybe a Sunday spotlight where you highlight a product. Monday could be Me Monday. You could do Motivational Monday. You could do Magnificent Monday. Tuesday or Thursday, Tip Tuesday, Tip Thursday. Tested and approved Tuesday, tested and approved Thursday, and then thrifty Tuesday or Thursday, how they could save money with Norwex. Wednesday, Wow Wednesday, or What's That Wednesday, where you feature something that they might not know about, or maybe the Wow Wednesday is a product that you, or a before and after series, maybe that you feel like will wow them. Friday could be Fun Friday, Facts Friday, Feature It Friday, and then Saturday, Safe Haven 5 Saturday, or maybe a Swap It Out Saturday, something that they could trade a current product with something that's Norwex related. So Sunday Spotlight, what might that look like? It could be, feature an item with a brief description. And then I actually tied this one into my monthly giveaway. So I give them an entry into my monthly drawing when they share a testimony or photos of that product in their home or what they like about it. And if they don't own it yet, I let them contribute to the post by asking a question. And then you can highlight products that are in the customer specials or the host rewards. That's a fun way to kind of introduce some of those products that they might not know about and plant seeds on how they can get it, especially if we have limited edition items or spending it type items. That way they're, seeing those products and hearing what others like about them and why then they would want to get those into their home too. So my VIPs really like this post. Monday, I like to do a meme on Monday. I think it's funny, it's relatable. It's really just for fun, but sometimes I'll get my most reactions out of just sharing a funny graphic once a week. So in the one I chose to share here, it says, my house isn't messy. I've simply set up obstacles for any burglars. And I said, I like to think this is what Walter and Ruby are doing each day, ... keeping us all safer one obstacle at a time. And, stick out tongue face, you can put some cute emojis. But I had so many people who, commented or laughed at that post because it's funny, it's relatable. Cleaning is something we do and deal with all the time. So just have some fun with it. Tip Tuesday, this is where, and a lot of consultants do this. A lot of these are not really unique ideas. It's just these are just great things you can do in your VIP group. But a Tip Tuesday or Tip Thursday would be to show a unique way to use a product. And then you could feature the product in a non-salesy way as well, because you're just showing it as a tip. People who have that product are excited because they learned something new they can do with that product. People who don't have that product yet either learn about the product or find another reason why it should be on their wish list. You can share ideas from other consultants. My team often will share ideas with each other. You can save photos and ideas as you just go about your daily life so that you have a stockpile of tips to choose from. So often I will take photos, throughout daily life of ways we're using products, and then you can put those into a folder on your phone, and then, quickly turn them into your Tip Tuesday posts, and then, schedule them for the month so that way you're ahead of the game. So lots of different ways you can do that. Here I have a picture of, the dust mitt cleaning blinds, because that's a challenge a lot of people have. And then also my daughter Ruby, and she's using a cloth napkin around a piece of fruit. And we talked about how she'll use that to eat her fruit. Fun Friday, pick a random question to ask your VIPs. You can tie it to their comment to do a giveaway, entries into the monthly drawing, or just for fun. So people, like I said, the easier you make it to answer, the more people will participate. This is truly, in my opinion, just like an algorithm booster. And of course, it is a great way to get to know your VIPs, but it's really great just for boosting your algorithms and getting a lot of people to comment. So just simple questions. That's something fun you can add to your team page as well. Safe Haven 5 Saturday, I talked about this one a little bit earlier, but just showing how you use that Safe Haven 5 set in your home in different rooms. You don't have to do this every Saturday. You could even feature one a month if you wanted. But just talk about how you use those 5 products in a room and bonus products that I use in order to clean that room as well. And this was an idea that came this summer, and it could honestly be the fact that I entered a nesting phase with my pregnancy. But we're getting some really clean rooms in our house. Shop the box. This is a fun one with new products that just came out. So this is an idea from Lori Jones, who's a vice president sales leader in California. She is amazing. And she shared this idea a few years ago, and it really resonated with me. And I've done it with my VIPs to, the past 4 or 5 product launches to now. They love it. And they ask me, when is the Shop the Box going to be? Am I going to do one? And I get a lot of people who tune into this video. So you basically are going to go live, unbox new products in your VIP group, show them what the new products are. If you have had the product and you can do a demo, you can. Otherwise, just showing and talking about what you can't wait, why the product's exciting, why Norwex came out with it. If you want to offer a discount to the first so many people who claim the item, you can do something like that. Or, you know, to create a sense of urgency, or you can just showcase the items if you want. That's going to depend on your business. And then if you are offering a discount, something to keep in mind is that that's coming from you, not from Norwex. And so then you would need to place their orders and contact them for payment. But here are some photos that Lori shared when she shared the idea. And it's just really fun. It's a fun way to get excited about the new products. Maybe you have people who didn't even know we were having new products. You might have people who want to book parties because they want to share these new products with their family and friends. But it's a really fun way. So as the new products, you know, were just released, think about how are you going to share those with your VIPs? What kind of fun could you have with them to introduce them to those new products? All right. And then finally, it's fun to do VIP group type parties. So in my VIP group, I like to try to do like a monthly party theme. So maybe that's a mystery host party. Every few months, I'll do a mystery host party. Themed party. So a themed party would maybe be where you have a party for those people who are already in your VIP group, and you could have it themed around different topics. So maybe it's a room, like how to clean the bathroom, or I've done one where I called it Kitchen Fixin', and I talked about how I cleaned the kitchen with Norwex. New products, like we just talked about, you could highlight the new products by topic. So maybe a theme on reducing plastic waste, spring cleaning, different things like that. You could do it around holidays. So Earth Day, you could do a special VIP group party, maybe where you talk about products that Norwex has that helps the earth or the environment. I like to do a party for my Norwex anniversary. I call it my Norwex anniversary. And so I feature a product or a party then. And they have my customers have now come to look forward to that every fall. And another idea would be 5 ways in 5 days, where you highlight 5 different ways to use a product over, 5 different days of the week. So just some different ideas. I like to, in an ideal world, I would have one of these a month. Often when I do my theme type party, it might even be something simple like I advertise a day and a time I'm going to go live and show, how I clean the bathroom and call some kind of bathroom party. And then you could even, show those products, demo them for them. You can just make it a party. You could offer some type of giveaway if they're watching live. There's lots of different ways you can do it. So get really creative to what your group needs and wants, what your VIPs love. But especially some of those other rooms, like I like to think about what do my VIPs always ask me about, or where do they want to go after they get the basics in their home? And, like this month I'm going to feature the bathroom because I feel like I get asked a lot on how do you clean your bathroom? So then you can show them in an easy way how to do that and have some fun with it as well. So that is a lot of information. Like I said, I want to just say that VIP groups grow over time. So when I first started, my first 6 months, I might have brought in a couple $100 in sales from outside orders outside of my parties, right? Those are repeat customers from VIP group parties or for fun things I'm doing in my VIP group. Now, almost 5 years in, that has really gone up. So then it got to a point where I was like, wow, I'm having a party's worth of sales from my VIP group every month, just from consistently posting and sharing with my VIPs and building those relationships. And also don't forget, a lot of your VIPs are going to become your hosts and your teammates as well, which is amazing. So you can't just always look at just the sales you're getting, but look at those other things too. The seeds you get to plant about hosting or joining, and also repeat hosts. A lot of my VIPs host often with me. But now, like I said, growing my VIP group over time, I see anywhere from, some months $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 in sales from my VIP group, from sharing and from building that up over time. Now my group is probably, a little over 1,000 people at this point. And so it is something that you grow over time. But I just love that it's, started out where it was a couple $100 in sales, which is great. Then it built up to be like a party's worth of sales. And now it can be several parties worth of sales. But from building authentic relationships with people, from sharing something that we love, and by just connecting them to you, but also to what products and what other problems we can solve in their homes. So that's a little bit about VIP groups. I hope that you guys learned something. So, and that you can take something that you learned, I guess, back to your VIP group to work on for August, but also for the rest of this year. And just keep focusing on what you want that group to look like over time. What do you want it to look like in a year from now, in 2 years from now? And some of these things you'll try and they might not seem like they're working at first, but don't give up. Just remember, to keep trying and to keep building that group and keep building that culture that you're working on in that group. And then you will see that happen over time. So thank you guys so much for letting me share. Scott, it's back to you.
Thank you so much. What an absolutely fantastic workshop. Thank you, Lisa, so much. I'll tell you guys, you probably filled up about 18 pages of notes, but just a couple of quick takeaways. I love that Lisa said, have fun and be yourself. So important. Also, thinking about your audience and their needs and what they're interested in and what's relevant to them. Remember, it takes time. Don't give up. Practice and keep doing it. Keep it fun and casual. And then my personal favorite was Norwex Anniversary. I even had the opportunity to go to a Norwex Anniversary that Lisa had. That's the little invite that she put together. You can see she put products and refreshments out. She had all the products on. People were able to order right there. It was just absolutely a blast. So fun. Okay, well, with that, I think we have about 9 minutes for questions. So we're going to dive in. You guys have been super active on the chat and with your questions, so we're going to dive in. So here to answer our questions today is another incredibly qualified VIP group expert. And so are you there, Emily?
Yes, I am. Hello.
Oh, good. Emily Jones, everybody, from Missouri, also happens to be Lisa's sister. So 2 experts on VIP groups. So Emily, here's your first question. Okay, so my group is crickets. What should I do?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, first off, Scott, you forgot to say I'm her younger sister. I always like to make sure people know that. I'm 13 months younger. Yes, so VIP groups being crickets. You guys, if you are new to Norwex, your VIP group is supposed to be crickets. That is completely normal. Mine used to be crickets as well. So I saw a lot of questions coming in through the chats about having smaller groups and how do I get this activity going, and it's going to come with time. So as long as you are continuing to party, that's where you're going to meet your customers, you're continuing to invite them to your VIP group, and you're continuing to provide value in your VIP group, the interaction comes with time. So be patient, and if you build it, they will come.
Awesome. Okay, so Emily or Lisa kind of touched on this, but please share as well an answer to this question. It's so important. When should I start my VIP group?
Oh my gosh, right away. I waited about 6 months and I regret that. I recommend that everybody start their VIP groups right away. You know, priority being your launch party, get your business going. And then with that, as you're following up with those customers who purchase from your launch party, or better yet, launch parties, then you are going to have this group set up and you're going to start filtering your customers into your group. And it's okay that it's small. It will grow with time, but everybody has to start somewhere.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, now here's another important question. And again, Lisa kind of touched on it, but what would you post first? When you're getting started, what's the very first thing you post in your VIP group?
Yeah, so you can do like a welcome post. You can let people know that you recently launched your Norwex business and that you have this group set up to show them ways to continue to use and love their Norwex. And then from there, I recommend, like Lisa, honestly having a schedule. And the reason is it's really easy when you're kind of in the flow of life or you're doing your own parties to kind of forget to be providing value for your group. So I just highly suggest picking, Meme Monday, Tip Tuesday, Fun Friday, doing a couple different things each week to keep you on track. I would recommend like posting 2 to 3 times a week, and one of those things being a live video.
Okay, awesome. I love how helping people get to know you and
Yes.
Become personal. Okay, 4th question, and I'm so excited. You're doing so great on these that we have a little more time. Okay, here's another important one. And it kind of relates back to the crickets thing. How can I get my VIPs to share more in the group?
Yes, so I do exactly what Lisa said. I do a monthly giveaway drawing. And so even if your group is small, I would recommend starting that. Now, my giveaway might look different than yours because your incentives should match your business. So maybe you're brand new, maybe you're going to do a sample of laundry detergent or a travel EnviroCloth. And maybe you've been doing this for a while and your giveaway might be an EnviroCloth or something a little bit bigger. Your incentives should definitely match your business, and that's okay. So that monthly giveaway where you're encouraging people to post a testimony, a picture, and or a video is a really great way to get engagement. Now, I know a lot of you are probably saying, okay, but my customers don't do that. I've tried this, it's not happening. Okay, who's in your VIP group that is your family or friends? You need to get a little group of them and say, hey, can you guys help me out? I want you to start posting a little bit because then other people are gonna see it and they're gonna start doing the same thing. So that can be really, really helpful. And just kind of get that ball rolling if you can ask some friends and family to help you out.
Awesome, awesome answer. We still have 3 or 4 minutes, so I'm gonna give you one more.
Okay.
Here's a question that came from the chat for sure. How do you keep track of entries and what do you use to draw the winners?
Oh, good question. Okay, so, you know, some people might kind of keep track as the comments and testimonies and pictures come in. And if your group is smaller, that might be feasible for you. I have a lot of activity in my group of about 1,200 customers. So for me, I sit down once a month and I just scroll to the beginning of the month and I just start tallying. So that's what I do. And it's a post my party spin wheel is what I do. You can use wheeldecide.com. So WHEELDECIDE.com, but that only holds up to 100. And if you're going to have more than 100, then you're going to want to use a different spin wheel option or a random name picker. You can Google it and find lots of options.
Give us that URL one more time.
So it's Wheel Decide. So WHEELDECIDE.com.
Ah, you're the spelling bee champ. Well done. Okay, we still have some time. One more. Here's kind of an important one because everyone's always worried about being too salesy. And this one is, do you upload the new catalog link into the VIP group or is that a little too salesy?
Definitely not salesy. You know, your group, like Lisa recommended, we kind of really run our groups the same way, is supposed to be 80% fun and 20% sales. So it's okay to have some sales in there. Not to mention, people love that flip catalog. I mean, if you can flip through that digitally, just like a normal catalog, that's a great way to see our products, learn more about our mission, learn more about the microfiber, see some consultant testimonies. It's a great resource for them. So I think as long as you're still doing live videos and showing the new products and creating value, along with that little bit of salesiness, totally fine.
I love it. I mean, it's just look at your own mailbox every day. There's like 4 or 5 catalogs from different companies. And so people expect that. And I think that's a great answer. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, we got time for a couple more. How long should the love videos be? In general, what about videos? So how long would you make that video?
Yeah, so the videos, the live videos, I would say the shorter the better. And that's not always easy. Mine are not always short, but I think the key is they either need to be short and sweet so that somebody scrolling Facebook sees that you have a 3-minute demo on how to do the hair wrap. They feel like that's doable to watch. And if it's going to be a longer video, like maybe you are doing that shop the box event or a Facebook, new product launch party, something with your customers, as long as you're keeping it moving and keeping it entertaining and providing value, they're probably not going to turn you off. So as long as it's exciting, it's okay for it to be longer.
Awesome. And here's an important question. Do you have team members on your VIP pages?
Good question. So recently compliance was changed where you can have team members in your VIP group for training purposes only. So I do actually have, I would say mostly personal teammates of mine, people who signed up directly with me in my VIP group for training purposes, but we kind of have an understanding that they're a fly on the wall and they don't participate in giveaway posts and things like that. So we kind of know how it works.
Awesome. That's great info. Okay, we're out of time, but I'm going to squeeze in one more, and that is, let's see here. Do you use Facebook rooms?
Facebook rooms. Well, if you watched our sister testimony, you would know that I am not tech savvy at all, and Lisa is very tech savvy. So if one of us used Facebook rooms, it might be Lisa, and I don't even know what that means.
Oh, well, I love that answer because it shows that no matter where you're at on the tech scale, you can be super successful with VIP groups. Well, yeah. Emily, thank you so much. Fantastic answers to our questions. And with that, everybody, we are going to wrap today's workshop. Remember, tomorrow, don't miss, there's a workshop every day, right? So tomorrow also is a fantastic workshop. It's team building, same time, same channel, same station, all that. So join us then. And you guys, with that, we're going to sign off and wish you an absolutely fantastic day, a great week. Hope your healthy home product premieres are going well for those of you that are sales leader and above. So I'll tell you what, you guys, this has been an incredible week with our virtual national conference and now going into the end of summer and fall. Thanks so much. Thanks again, Emily. Thanks, of course, again to Lisa. We're signing off, everybody. Thank you so much.